happened to Mr. Reggie?
Mr. Reggie was hung up his Christmas lights, so he went outside to take a look and see what he had done. He went out to say,
What a job well done.
What a job well done.
It looks very nice.
It looks very nice. And as he went to go back in, he missed a step and
pow! Oh! My knee! Somebody call an ambulance!
No! That's right, he's right.
And take Mr. Reggie.
And take them.
My hair
Mr.
was
Reggie to
decent.
the hospital.
What happened
was
to Chris's
okay.
mom?
Could you go like this, please?
What
She went to
happened
get into the car.
to the do?
But there was ice.
What'd
and
you
she didn't
do
see
to the
it.
do?
And she went, whoa,
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 He slipped it
They
in.
have
Pow!
barrettes in my hand.
pow, ow,
I need
my
these. I need these two now to put my hair down.
somebody call
I
an
gotta fix my
ambulance.
What happened to
Yes,
Mr.
yes,
Dookie?
And Mr. Dookie was gonna put on the tree,
Try to
was on
figure
a
it out.
ladder, putting on the tree topper on the top of the tree.
Put the star on the top.
To put the star on the top of the tree, when suddenly the ladder started to jiggle. Whoa!
Whoa!
We have to all go boom.
Boom! 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 Clink! 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 Oh! My neck! Somebody call an ambulance! What happened to all these Take her, Mr. Dookie, to hospital.
And the ambulance took Mr. Dookie to hospital. Mr. Dookie? That's what she calls
What happened to all these people? Child, babies, and black people.
all the child, babies, and black people were all gonna go see the tree lighting. But what they didn't realize is there was a sheet of ice on the floor. Whoa! 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 Boom! 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 And all the bodies fell on the floor. Jesus! Somebody call an ambulance! And the ambulance took them all away. All right, Zha Zha Bean. One hug and kiss, please. Oh!
What will you
And
do?
what happened to all these black people on December?
They had a dream.
We're saving all these people. Just all these people.
How did you get?
What happened to all these black people on December?
So they all went to go see the tree lighting.
We're having a festival.
They were all having a festival. And they were all dancing. And what they didn't realize was that there was ice on the ground. Whoa! Whoa!
They spilled the grease.
They spilled the grease. Whoa! And they started to slip along things. Whoa!
What are the paramedics doing?
The paramedics came to save them. But the paramedics slipped on the grease too.
Paramedics was scooped all of these people.
And the paramedics scooped all these people off the floor. But on the last one of the paramedics slipped. Whoa!
Boom!
Boom! Ow! Oh! Somebody call an ambulance for the paramedic! And they took the paramedic and all the people to the hospital.
What happened to
E.T. phone home.
Chris's father on November?
Chris's father was gonna get into the car.
Was Chris's father on November?
On November, he was going to get into his car and he slipped on a banana peel.
Chris's
Tired, you don't know.
mother on the November.
She was getting into the car.
Chris's father was putting up.
Well, Chris's father was putting up Christmas decorations. And he was
Ready
on a
for bed?
ladder outside.
You ready to go sleep?
And then suddenly he missed a step.
Boom!
Oh, my butt! Somebody call an ambulance! He fell on it.
The paramedics was
And the paramedics
scooped one Chris's father.
And the paramedics scooped one Chris's father and took him to the hospital.
What happened to Jennifer on November?
On November, Jennifer was hanging up decorations.
She's drooling on me, man.
Was hanging up decorations.
Spitting on me, man.
When's
Running down my nose and everything,
Jennifer
man.
was hanging up one last Christmas decoration.
You drooling
When
on me up there?
He lost his balance. She
Somebody call an ambulance! My back! Somebody call an ambulance!
One Jennifer to her hospital.
And the ambulance came and took her. Oh my God!
To the hospital.
To the hospital. And the paramedics came and scooped up one Jennifer to the hospital.
What happened to Mr. Lennis?
Mr. Lennox was walking outside when suddenly he slipped on a banana peel. Whoa!
Lennis was holding his tree.
Oh, yes. Lennox was carrying his tree inside the house when suddenly he missed a step. Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa!
Boom! Boom! Oh, my back! Somebody call an ambulance! Huh?
And the tree landed.
And the tree landed on him. Boom!
Boom!
Oh, my back! My face! Somebody call an ambulance!
They scooped off
And they scoop up
one
Mr. Lennis
Mr. Lennis.
and the tree up to the hospital. All right, baby. Let's see
What happened to Frank on November?
Frank was hanging up some Christmas decorations. Sorry about that. And babe, go over there with your butt. And he had it on the ladder, and the ladder started to slip. Whoa, 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 whoa! And he fell into his pool. Boom, boom, pow! Oh, my body! Somebody call an ambulance! And the ambulance scooped him up and took him to the hospital.
What happened to Scarlett's and friends on November?
They were all walking around, and then there was ice, so they started to slip. Whoa! 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 Boom! Ow! My leg! Somebody better call an ambulance right now! And then the
The paramedics showed up. They scooped all of the Scarlett's friends.
And the paramedics showed up and they scooped up all of the Scarlett's friends. And they took them to the hospital.
You did that in your mom's face.
No!
You beatboxed in your mom's
What happened
face.
to grandparents on November?
The grandparents were going to see the tree lighting.
Event.
We were going to see an event. And they didn't realize that there was ice. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, my leg!
Ow, my leg! Ow, my elbow! Oh, my back! Somebody call an ambulance! and the ambulance came and swooped up all the grandparents and senior citizens and took them to the hospital with their canes. Alright, baby cakes, Mommy really has to get going, okay? Can I have a hug? Watch your neck.
And then the paramedics was slipped out.
But then the paramedics also slipped out. Whoa! 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 Boom! And the patient fell on top of him. Boom! Oh! Somebody call an ambulance! And the paramedics came and scooped the paramedic and the grandparents away. And took them to the hospital.
What happened to Brooklyn's father on November?
Brooklyn's father was hanging some Christmas decorations outside. When the dog came around and knocked the ladder off. Whoa! Boom! And the ladder landed on him. Boom! Ah! My head! My face! Somebody call an ambulance!
The paramedics showed up.
And the paramedics showed up and scooped Brooklyn's father up and took him to the hospital.
What happened to Brooklyn's mom on November?
Brooklyn's mom was decorating her door for Christmas. And as she's decorating, she just stepped back to take a glance. Whoa! 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 She missed a step and landed. Whoa! Boom! And she landed on her back. Oh! Somebody call an ambulance. And they came and scooped up Brooklyn's mom off the floor and took her to the hospital.
What happened to Jojo's father and mother on November?
Jojo's father and mother were walking back into the house after seeing all of their decorations. But then the mom slipped, and then the dad tried to hold her, and he slipped. Whoa! 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 Boom! Boom! Ow! Oh, my leg! Oh, my elbow! Somebody call an ambulance! And the ambulance came and scooped up Jojo's mom and Jojo's dad and took them to the hospital.
What happened to all these black people on December?
We don't say that. So they were all going to see
Festival.
the festival.
We have a Grease.
And there was some grease on the floor and they didn't realize
He
it.
was dancing.
And they were all dancing around.
When suddenly,
Whoa!
ouch.
Ow! Oh! Boom! 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 Ow! Oh! My leg! Ow! My elbow! Oh! My butt! Somebody! Oh! My head! Somebody call an ambulance! And the ambulance came and scooped them all away and took them to the hospital.
What happened to janitors on Cooper Folly on November?
So the janitors of the Cooper Folly in November had just got done mopping the floor. And they were saying a job well done. So they went to put the mop away. Whoa! 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 Boom! 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 Oh! My ankle! Oh! My elbow! Oh! My head! Somebody call an ambulance!
1 second, we're leaving.
Somebody call Love you. Batman says,
We're gonna walk
somebody
into the truck.
call an ambulance! Somebody call an ambulance!
Bye.
When the paramedics and patient showed up, they scooped all the janitors into hospital.
And the paramedics all showed up and scooped all the janitors into the hospital.
What happened to Frank on November?
Frank was hanging up his Christmas decorations and he lost his balance on the ladder.
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa! Boom! Splash! Oh, my back! Somebody call an ambulance! Wee-oo, 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 wee-oo. And the paramedics scooped Frank up and took him to the hospital.
What happened to Jackie's mother on
would be
November?
So Jackie's mother was
The window and door.
Jackie's mom was hanging up a decoration on the door and on the windows, and when she stepped back to take a look, whoa!
Whoa! Pow!
Oh, my hip! Somebody call an ambulance!
Wee-oo, 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 wee-oo. And the ambulance came and scooped Jack's mom to the hospital.
What happened to grandmothers and grandfathers in his house on November?
The grandmothers and grandfathers were at a festival and they were all enjoying themselves, but they didn't realize that there was ice on the floor. Whoa! 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 Boom! 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 Ow! My ankle! Oh, my back!
My elbow!
Oh, my back! Somebody call an ambulance! Wee-oo, 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 wee-oo. And the ambulance came and scooped up all of the grandparents and took them to the hospital.
Okay, what happened to all of these Mr. Mick and Mrs. Sherry on November?
Okay. One more time. What happened? To who? One more time.
Mrs. Sherry and Mr. Mick.
Mrs. Sherry and Mr. Mick were walking together when there was ice.
Was hanging up.
Oh, Miss Sherry and Mr. Nick were hanging up decorations. And they stood back to take a look. And then Miss Sherry slipped on the step. Whoa! And Mr. Nick tried to catch her. Whoa! Whoa! Boom! Oh! Boom!
Ow!
Oh, my back!
Oh, my elbow!
Somebody call an ambulance! Wee-oo, 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 wee-oo. And the ambulance scooped Mrs. Sherry and Mr. Nick to the hospital.
What happened to all the one grandparent on December?
Well, the one grandparent
Was buying some dinner
buying some dinner
for
December, and he was walking, and he missed a step, and then whoa, 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 boom! Oh, and the dinner splashed everywhere! Oh no! grandfather off to the hospital, and they got him some new dinner.
What happened to all of these? What happened to all these people on January 15th?
He's tired. So on January 15th, all these people gathered round to watch a festival. And as they were all
To play outside. And then suddenly
there was
hit the ball and slipped on ice.
Oh, they went to hit the ball, but then they slipped on ice. Whoa!
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 Ah!
Boom! 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 Boom!
Ow! My back!
Oh, my elbow!
Oh, my head! Oh, my butt! Somebody call an ambulance!
Wee-oo, 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 wee-oo. And they scooped all the people away and took them to the hospital.
What happened to Brooklyn on January 20th? Brooklyn was playing with ice.
Brooklyn was playing with ice, and she started to run and forgot all about it. And whoa, whoa, whoa! Boom!
Oh, my back! Somebody call an ambulance!
Wee-oo, 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 wee-oo. And they scooped Brooklyn away and took her to the hospital. Queenie, your mommy really has to.
What happened to teens playing with ice outside?
So the teens were playing ice hockey outside, and they're skating about. Woo! Woo! Oh, and there was a lump on the ice. Whoa! 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 Look out! Whoa! Boom! 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 Oh! Oh! My ankle! Oh! My elbow!
Oh, my back!
Somebody call an ambulance! Wee-oo, 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 wee-oo. And the ambulance scooped these teenagers away and took them to the hospital.
And they didn't realize.
that they was on ice. So they're scooping the pieces and they're slipping. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my goodness! Whoa! Whoa! Boom! Pow! Bam! Oh! Somebody call an ambulance! Wee-oo, 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 wee-oo. And the paramedics came and scooped up the hockey players, teenagers, and the paramedics and took them all to the hospital.
What? Let's see what's going on November tonight. 30th
On November 30th,
was driving to Berlin.
we were driving to Berlin to buy a balsam Christmas tree. And when Maddie got out of the car, we saw a fire engine truck all lit up with Christmas decorations. And then we walked to see all the trees, and Maddie said, "That one!" And Mom
Get
said,
crazy. We'll listen to music.
and they were getting crazy and listening to music. And Mom said, "Are you sure, Maddie?" "Yeah, that one." "Okay." So we picked out the tree, and the guy came and put him in the net. And Mom and Maddie and Jano went inside the fire department and to pay for it. And the fireman gave us all candy canes.
They went to go home.
And then we went to go home.